So we have with us José Enrique Alba, who is the co-founder of Gente, which offices are based in Mexico City. And José, like in a sentence or two, just tell us about your company and the services you are offering.
For sure. Thank you, Sacha, for your time and having me in this interview, fast interview. Let me explain you what we are doing here in Urgente. Urgente is a marketplace to protect valuable assets and wealth with on-demand online legal services. Basically, we have different experts that can support you as a user who is having different legal problems in order to have a good solution at the end of the process. Right now, we are having a business to business and business to consumer products, and we are trying to grow into all Latin America.
Great. And when was your company founded?
Our company was founded in December 2021. We started to launch some MVPs in January 2022, and in February of this year, we got our first money round.
Okay. And so you're also thinking about going international and conquering other markets besides the Mexican market. So when do you plan to do this, to look at new markets or different markets for Mexico?
For sure, that is a great question, and the first answer that I can share with you is Mexico is huge. So we have a great opportunity in Mexico, but it's very important if you are a startup, born with a worldwide vision. So in this moment, we are launching some experiments in Colombia, and our investors and potential new investors are pushing us to launch in the south of the United States.
Okay, so it would be Colombia and the south of the United States.
Yeah.
And how did you decide or plan to do business in these countries? How would this look like to enter these countries?
Thank you, exactly. Look, in Colombia, first of all, in Colombia, the language, we have the same language, which is the Spanish language in Mexico and in Colombia. So it's basically, if you have a good knowledge about the lawyers and the regulations in these two countries, Mexico and Colombia, it's going to be more easily launch the product there. So we have, to be honest, we have the possibility to launch tomorrow our company in Colombia. By the way, I am from Colombia, but I am living in Mexico from the last 10 years. And in the United States, because the market is very attractive for us. The reason why is because the south of the United States is, you can find an important number of people from Latin America who is living there in United States. So, and some of them doesn't speak English. So we have a potential opportunity to start operations there.
Great, that sounds good. And like, I know that you have vast experience as an entrepreneur, and like, what advice would you give to someone who is trying to become an entrepreneur and not only focusing on their domestic market, but also with this more global vision?
Great question. Look, if in my experience, you are more attractive to a VC or a venture capitalist if you start from the day zero thinking global. So I mean, I can answer that question in two ways. Number one, as a dream. If you start sharing to the investors a big dream in order to have an important market share of the global market, you're gonna be more attractive. But on the other hand, if you are an entrepreneur and you are not scared to launch in a new market, maybe the possibilities to grow and increase your operations or hire talent from other countries gonna be more easy way to get. So at the end of the day, I mean, I try to invite all the entrepreneurs to start from the day zero, think global and worldwide.
Okay, good. And talking a little bit about yourself, how would you characterize yourself?
I'm about myself as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and as a person and as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, I I am a very energetic guy, and I try to, maybe I can describe myself as a dreamer, but with my feet on the floor. So I try to play the game of the entrepreneurship, creating good teams and good talent teams in order to accomplish that dreams. So basically, yeah, I am a curious guy. I try to see beyond the opportunities, try to see what's going to happen in the next 10 years, and with this ambition to offer different things that can share value to the population, to the users. So yeah, basically this is mine. This is José, and I try to share that energy to my team, to the stakeholders, shareholders through our daily agenda and operations.
Great. And I also know that you previously, before co-founding Gente, you have been involved in different types of startup activities throughout Latin America. And I don't know, like based on this experience with launching and operating ventures in Latin America particularly, how do you say might this be different compared maybe to start a company in Europe or Asia or North America?
Excellent question. In terms of cost, I can say we have an important opportunity or an unfair advantage in Latin America, because the brains of work that you can hire here in Latin America, the cost, as you compare with Silicon Valley or New York, gonna be less than the 50%, maybe, I don't know, 30% of the current cost that you can get in those regions, like in the US. Or so basically, the cost is the first unfair advantage. Number two, the language. You can launch, if you understand the region as a one country, which has one language, you can launch very fast. If you look what are the unicorns that are growing here in Latin America, basically they are working in 10 countries at the same time, and in each country in 10 states at the same time. So in order to get you an answer, it's the new opportunity of the startup ecosystem.
Great. That sounds very interesting. And yeah, thank you very much, José, for sharing with you some of these insights. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sacha.